Welcome to Art Beyond Museums. I'm Khan and I'm your curator for this series. Today, Art Beyond Museums brings us to somewhere very interesting and special. We are actually at the Keong Saik area, Keong Saik Road here. Now this place is full of wonderful bars and restaurants. So if you're looking for a good time to have some celebration, this is the place to be. And actually Keong Saik Road itself has a very rich history, fun and exciting as well. And today we see it all coming together in this single moment. It's a harmony, just like how Master Yun's painting is blending all different elements into one canvas. And we are back at the Guild at 55 Keong Saik Road. Now, as we've known that the Guild is very famous for their special beers, I didn't know that there are so many things about beers until I'm here. We also know that they are famous for their food as well. Now, I heard that this food is homegrown, local produced, but with a bit of modern twist to it. Pretty much putting a lot of different elements and then making it tasty and arty at the same time. And that's pretty much the harmony that we see here at Keong Saik Road. We see something that's modern, we see something that's old time, we see something that's of different cultures coming together, just like Master Yun's painting. Now, before I proceed further, for those of us who are wondering, we keep on talking about Master Yun. Who is this painter? Who is this Feng Shui master, Master Yun Longzi? Now, Master Yun, he is a 6th generation Feng Shui master in his family. Up to date, he has already had 14 major art exhibitions around the world. And as we mentioned many times before, one of the most significant art exhibitions he has ever had was the one on the Great Wall of China. Now, right next to me is one of Master Yun's painting. Just like the other paintings of the same series, they have the same name. This is called He Tian Fu Di Tu, Greetings to Heaven and Enrichment of Earth. The difference between them is that it's the number, the serial number that is different. This one, I think very appropriately that we bring it to the Guild, it's actually number 55. Just like the address here, 55 Keong Saik Road. We look at this and we look at different elements that have been on this canvas. Of course, we see the precious metal, which is the most obvious, the gold and silver. We see this, the bright colored inks are actually what we call the acrylic paint. In Chinese, we call it bingxi. These are the parts that will glow in night. We have touches of this pine soot ink, which is a classical way of painting. We see that when you use gold and silver and the way the color splashing it, it's a bit of modern way of painting, all onto one canvas. I'm with two very fine gentlemen. I have the head chef of the Guild, Chef Elton Huang, and I have the bar manager, Mr. Makoto. I understand that the food, there is a deliberation on it as well. It's something special, and you can go with different beer.
Correct, that's absolutely right. We do what I would call a modern take on comfort food. We try to trigger some memories.
Right.
That makes you feel at home, makes you feel at ease. And to me, if the food product does that, or whatever you're gonna consume does that, then that's comfort food right there. So this is our take on salt and vinegar fries. And then classically, salt and vinegar fries would literally just be like a splash of vinegar and salt. But
Right.
we decided to elevate their flavor, give it a little more umami. So we made a black vinegar reduction.
Okay.
We glazed the fries, seasoned it with a good amount of salt and pepper, and then for that extra depth, we added fried garlic to it.
And this is the beer that goes along with it.
So this beer is another one by Young Master as well.
Right.
So it's called Zai Lai.
Zai Lai.
Yes.
That means in English it's called
Another one.
another one. That's a very dangerous name. I mean,
It is.
in a place
It's
like this.
dangerous and confusing names at
Yeah.
times.
I suppose people will be like, if they finish one glass, they were like, another one.
Yeah. So
And
you,
actually, this is literal name. Another one. It's called Zai Lai.
Yes, it is.
Okay, dangerous.
Most of the beer here is actually pair well with like most of the food.
Right.
But this is a very personal opinion.
It's your
my opinion.
recommendation.
Yeah, it's my recommendation. I feel that the tropical notes of the another one, the session ale, really goes well with the fries.
Right.
So it's like you can keep drinking and keep munching on. You won't get really very gelat of any of it.
And
Do it for
another
a long
one,
time.
another one.
Yeah,
It goes
another
on,
one,
yeah.
another one.
So this is one of our signature dishes. It's basically our take on the local dish bak chor mee. First off, the noodles are homemade. They're like homemade tagliatelle. And then we made a sweet, sour, spicy-ish pork ragu.
Right.
And then to pair with that, some pickled shiitake,
Right.
some chicken
my
liver.
God.
So most livers that we get in the market when we order a portion of bak chor mee, they're usually like really thinly sliced.
Okay.
People cook the hell out of it. It's very dry. It's very
overcooked.
Right, very
Yeah.
overcooked. So when I first had this in mind, I'm like, I want to use foie gras, but like that
Yeah.
thing is a little bit costly. It doesn't really fit with what we're trying to do
Right.
in terms of concept. So I try to make my own version with chicken liver. So what happens?
This is chicken liver.
Correct. This is chicken liver emulsified with butter. So there's a incredible amount of fat content. It's not dry. It's not rubbery. And when you mix the whole thing in, that partially cooked liver just mixes the thing so well.
Wow, this just in one. I mean, the concept of the dish is really amazing. How you elevate the entire bak chor mee with different ingredients, and one of the ingredients of the bak chor mee, this chicken liver thing, also takes up so much of craftsmanship,
Right.
of ideas and combination.
That's
of
what we try to
factors.
do, right? Like a lot of thought and effort should go into every process of everything we do.
Right, right. Oh, it's totally covered.
Right.
The entire
Nicely
sauce.
glazed.
It's very nice. This is really worthy of sight. It feels that it's something that you eat and you continue having.
That means the liver in as well.
Yeah.
Break out the liver.
Or break up the liver.
Yeah.
Really?
Let
Okay.
it disappear.
Wow. You see, this is the noodles that Chef was talking about. This is not the normal bak chor mee noodles.
Right,
It's a
right.
homemade
pasta.
pasta. Oh. The layering effect is amazing. Outside is slightly crispier.
Right.
Inside is so soft and tender.
Correct.
How do you do it?
With a little bit of technique and a lot of love, man.
This is the
I would say this is the Zhang IPA,
wow.
because in Cantonese it means like Ho Zhang. So it's very well balanced. You get a bit of a citrus finish for IPA. It's not too hoppy. It's not too heavy. I feel it complements well with the noodle itself.
You have seen Master Yun's heavenly feng shui paintings, but have you seen his feng shui calligraphies? Master Yun has been recognized as the founding father of feng shui arts, feng shui painting, and feng shui calligraphy. The first time when feng shui calligraphies were ever exhibited was on the Great Wall of China. Speak with us to find out your choices for selectable feng shui calligraphies today.
We call this Alton's Fried Chicken because, well,
That's your name.
that's my name. My ego kind of
Not Kentucky Fried Chicken, but
AFC.
Elton's Fried Chicken. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Something really funny is that this was actually a staff meal that we had at the start.
Oh, this is a staff meal.
Right.
Yeah.
So I used to do this every Sunday,
Okay.
and then before we know it, people were like looking forward to Sunday because like we're gonna have fried chicken today.
That's one way to actually keep your stuff.
And then before I know it, I was thinking like, if people, I think this is comfort food to the people that work here, right?
Yes.
Like, because every Sunday it's fried chicken Sunday, and then
Right.
that bonding, that family feeling we have together
Okay.
during staff meal, made me want to like put this on the menu.
When the fork goes in, I can feel how tender it is. Yeah. Luckily, you don't do this on mass scale. Not Kentucky Fried Chicken. Where you look at this. Oh my god! If I don't know whether I can catch it on camera, but the sauce.
Juicy.
It's juicy. My goodness.
Try it with the mash.
I'll try to mash. Oh, and this is the
It's very classic mashed potatoes.
classic. There's something that's classic, but chef managed to elevate it into something that's different. If you come and try it, no wonder it's one of the best sellers here.
I would like to drink it with a beer called Cha Chan Ting Goza.
Cha Chan Ting.
Yes, so it's a goza named Cha Chan Ting, so you get Kyok limes in it. So I would say it's a little bit more towards the sour, savory kind of taste profile. To help to wash everything off. For me, it's like a very good palate cleanser,
Wow.
and you can just keep going. And it's almost like a cider feel, like
Yes, it does.
that kind
It
of
does have
feeling
a cider
to it.
feel. And
So-
because this is intense.
Yeah.
This is quite intense. Yeah. And with this, it complements it very well. Thank you very much, Chef.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you
you,
very
sir.
much, Mr. Makoto. We have been talking about harmony. This Keong Sia Road itself is a harmony of time. You have different cultures, you have the old and new here as well. We saw the food and the beer at the Guild. It's amazing, you gotta really try it, how it all blends out, how the complexity and sophistication of it. It's also a harmony. And you know what? Just nice. Laurent-Perrier also has a cuvée that is called Harmony. Laurent-Perrier, 200 over years of history, established in 1812. They have never worked with any other artist before. The first one and only one they have worked with is Master Yun himself. And we have here that we see that the Laurent-Perrier has a royal warrant by appointment to His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, the purveyors of Champagne Laurent-Perrier. I suppose that's why Master Yun and Laurent-Perrier are pretty harmoniously working together. Harmony in the champagne flute, harmony in the food and the drinks that we have here in the Guild, and of course, harmony on the canvas, Master Yun's painting as well. With me here, the same series painting, Greetings to Heaven and Enrichment of Earth, 贺天复地图. This is number 37, and this one is priced at $88,868. In fact, actually the whole series, majority of them are at the same price. So if you see one particular number that you like, for instance, like let's say 37, it's good to actually quickly get it because it can't be duplicated. Just like the beer, from the seasonal, just like the champagne, very limited, and Master Yun's painting, one and only. What do we see? What kind of harmony do we see here? Of course, we know about the two cranes. Most of the time when you see the cranes, which they are a section of what Master Yun painted, the longer piece, the 108 cranes that we talked about before, these two cranes are actually in the same direction together. The other cranes that you see, one might be facing here, the other might be facing somewhere else. There's a meaning to that, and that's wonderful. But this together. And we know that you can feel that the harmony between these two cranes, if you look closely and intensely, it's something that you don't feel in other paintings. And this is the harmony of time, of elements, of culture that we really want. Cheers. Of course, we see harmony at the Guild as well. How the beer and how is it formulated, and how the beer and the food will go together. The painstaking things that the chef did to the food, that's a form of harmony. Master Yun's painting and Laurent-Perrier champagne, it's also another form of harmony. I have with me here another of Master Yun's 贺天复地图, Greetings to Heaven and Enrichment of Earth. This is number 25, slightly cheaper than the rest at $82,868. Now you look at these two cranes, you're not drunk. The two cranes are like that. It's not a linear view, it's a more of a topographic view, an aerial view. You look at it from the top, one crane, two crane, as if they're swimming and dancing. The thing I like about it is that, and something significant too, how the beaks, these two, are parallel, as if they are in perfect harmony. Synchronized swimmers, some might say. This form of harmony, and when you're prosperous, is something that is very much needed. Imagine you and your partner, when you're wealthy, but harmonious as well. Cheers to prosperity and harmony.
The Art Beyond Museums series and Master Yun Longzi's Feng Shui art are proud to be sponsored by Laurent-Perrier. For 200 over years, Laurent-Perrier has not worked with any other artist before. When you purchase a piece of Feng Shui art exhibited in this Art Beyond Museums series, you will also be getting a complimentary set of 5 different specially selected cuvées of Laurent-Perrier champagne: the La Cuvée, the Cuvée Rosé, Brut Millésimé, Demi-Sec Harmony, and the Cuvée Grand Siècle, so that you can enjoy the taste of elegance while basking in the prosperity of Master Yun's Feng Shui paintings and calligraphies. Cheers to prosperity and elegance.